All right, you guys, I just realized I hadn't shown you a completed shot of this building. There's a previous one where they were building it. I've got some more stuff that I did out behind it. I'll show you. But yeah, I got everything in out of the other shop. This is a 40 by 42 Morton building that was completed about, I think it's about 2 months ago now. Did a really good job. Like I said, about 8-inch thick concrete on the inside. I've got stuff in here, but I haven't got it organized. I got it just to the point where you kind of see a little mess. You have to forgive the mess a little bit. But I got it just to the point where things are out of the way. I've stopped and I'm working on the 72. I'll do a little separate video on that. But here's the bed for it here. I'm getting ready to dig that out here shortly. I'll show you on that. But then in this building, let me zoom back out if it's all the way out, I think. I don't think it is, but I got these shelves. I'll organize them. I'll have all, you see the totes up there, but that'll all be on shelves. All this paint will be gone. I dismounted the tires that are over here. You can kind of see them a little bit, and those are going to be gone. This cab goes on to 56. And then all will be out here. I built this wood rack real quick to hold this wood to get it up off the floor and out of the way. Everything's on wheels in this building as well. And my welders will be over here. Later on, I'll pull a permit and put electricity in here officially. Right now, I just have extension cord run over here, and I put a drop through the building with a cord just temporarily to get so those batteries stay charged in those doors, and I have a push button light at night. I can just push a button and at least have some light in here. So far it's working good. Floor looks real good. I mean, it's just really nice. It's solid. Good building. We had some good rain come through and storms, and you could come in here and you didn't even hear a noise. You heard the wind, but nothing rattled the building. And then I like the skylights. That worked out well. But and then we were teasing when I built it because I was originally doing a 30 by 40, which would have been shoot in this area, and then I changed it to a 40 by 42, and then now I wish I kind of had turned it the other way and made a 40 by 60. But once I get that bed out of here, once I get it organized, get rid of the paint, the tires, and I'll have I got a ladder over there that I got to put up on the wall. I've got a little crane deal I'm getting ready to put up later. Like I said, I got things I got to finish first. But this is going to go with a little hoist deal up on the wall there, and then I can lift things up onto those shelves or anything I want. I can pull a shelf over there, put stuff on it, and then roll the shelf out of the way. These cabinets all have some car parts and stuff. But up in the attic of the garage, there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out here, all organized. And like that cart there will be hanging up on the wall. And then, but yeah, right now my truck fits in here real nice, but that'll go over in the other garage. And but yeah, what this enabled me to do was clear out the other garage, which I can show you in a little bit. And then later, I want to build a 30 by 30 covered area in the back. I can kind of show you that because I had them take the riprap that was here and put it back there. It was funny because there was a little dent in the door. I think the concrete guys did it, but they got a brand new door coming. They're going to put a brand new door in here. It just got delivered, and I don't think Morton did it, but they said it has to be perfect. Really good company, good people. Just did a heck of a job. I mean, you pay a little more for a Morton building, but you get a project manager with it, and he does a real good job. You can reach him 10 o'clock on a Sunday night if you have a question, but just things like that. They come in, the site prep did good. They threw down some grass seed, it's growing. I put a little shore power plug here so it's sealed, but then I can plug in an extension cord later after the building's wired and there's 220 out here and all that. That can become an outside outlet, like just to out here maybe. Then I had them take the riprap and put it back here. And now that it's rained a little bit more, it's kind of rinsed it out a little. I'm going to probably square it up, but here's where I want to put a 30 by 30 covered building, and maybe with a room on the end, and put the lawnmower and all the yard equipment out here. So yeah, and then what this has enabled me to do is walk back over here. It's a little muddy. Is clean this building out and get it very organized, and it's made it so much nicer to work in. I'll show you this real quick. But that was my overarching goal the whole time. I got this 72 in here. I was going to do a separate video on that, but you can see how empty this building is, and all set up. I got the gantry over here, of course, with the motor on it for this truck that I'm doing. I'll do a separate little quick video on that for Booger Bear and stuff. And then this 56 will be my next one. It'll come down, this 4-post will go out in that garage. This kind of gives you an idea of what's going on now, but with this building. And then I'll keep everything out here pretty good. That lathe will probably go in the other building. That compressor is going to go in this room. That was one of my overarching goals. I'm going to run a 220 here. It'll only take a minute, and probably in this area here underneath, or maybe over there. And there's an outlet here, and I'm going to put the compressor in here where the pool system is, and then it'll be in here, and it'll make any noise. I had a cabinet there. I moved it over here, and it's pretty good. This is a utility room for the pool, and they have it set up pretty good. It's got a really good pool system, and it's for the swimming pool out there, and it has automatic cover. It's really nice to have this, and the shut-offs for shut-off lines in the winter and stuff like that. But it's not a finished room. It's just close to finished. And then there's a solar hot water. There's a solar heater for the pool out here too. But yeah, so this is where the compressor goes, so I don't have to listen to it hammering out there. And then the other thing I added, so you guys can see it, is these I got a tire machine and a wheel balancer. And then when I had the ice storm, I went ahead and grabbed this little Predator inverter generator, and didn't even put gas in it. I just put oil in it, got it ready, and I put a little charger battery tender on it, and that's its home. That's where it'll probably just live, in that corner if I ever need it. Keep it out here in a somewhat climate controlled area, because this building has AC and heat, and it's insulated. But yeah, so I've used this. I broke down 8 tires already. I put brand new tires on the 4-wheeler right there the other day, and this was able to break the bead. Let me zoom back out here with that bead breaker, which was really nice, because that's usually what you struggle with. And then I just took a tire on them and swapped them real quick, because they were getting bald. But so it helped me do that, and it did 8 tires. And then in the future, if I need to do any tires, I'm good. But yeah, so this building is cleaned out and very usable now. I've been doing work in here a lot. I kind of got a lot of stuff that was backing up, because I couldn't even walk in this building. But and then I have all my buildings. I'm going to clean this up, get all them bolts put away, and then there's parts that go on this truck. Then this will be completely cleaned out. Like I said, that compressor will be out there. I got a receptacle coming for 220, and I'll wire that and put it over there. But yeah, it's nice to have this now and completely open. And then my Super Duty will go in here after this 4-post is gone. I can park it in here now, but I want it to where the Super Duty's sitting there, my 56 is over there, parked the other side of that 72 that way, going out that door, and then this space stays empty all the time for oil changes, brake jobs, and all that. But yeah, so that's kind of the vision I'd had originally. I know in some previous videos I told you guys that's what I wanted to do. It took about 1.5 years. I had to pull permits and had to do a variance and resurvey my property and all that. But it's happened, and I'm using it. And then I'll get it organized. Like I said, I'll have a 4-post lift out there. I'm setting it up where I can do a lot more metal fabrication out there, woodworking, things like that is what will happen in that building. Stuff that's more dirty. I could probably paint stuff, things like that. But yeah, this building, kind of, you can see the overall of this garage. It's a big brick, 4-sided brick garage with AC. It's fully insulated, bathroom in it and everything. Really nice garage. The doors weren't tall enough or wide enough, and the ceiling wasn't high enough for a 4-post lift. It works, but you could put sedans, and maybe that 56, when it was completed, it'd be a low vehicle. It could have probably fit under here because it's a low riding vehicle, but it's really not practical. It's practical for storing a sedan underneath and a pickup probably on top in the other building. That's why I made it taller. But so that's a quick video on this, what I've completed here with this. And I'll continue to work forward and get it all organized and maybe show you something in the future, but you'll probably see me building more stuff out of there as time goes on. I've been extremely busy with my work. I was able to take that little garage. I'd almost have to show you a little video on it. And I patched up some drywall in there, and my motorcycles in there. I made it a dedicated motorcycle garage. I'll show you a little video on that later, because that turned out pretty cool. I still got to paint it, but I put a baseboards in it, and I got a motorcycle lift in there and motorcycles. But yeah, I'll wrap this one up here, and I'll do probably another one on this 72, because I'm back working on it pretty hot and heavy, because I got delayed by all the other things going on and in my day job. So but I got a little better weather now, so I'm back on this 72, and I'll do a separate video on that. All right, you guys, thanks. See you later. Bye.